Well, today's project was supposed to be measuring for flooring to go pick that up, but we ran into a little bit of an issue. Just because I was curious, I went digging around, and I feel like anytime you get curious and start digging around, you're going to find things you don't like. But this was significant.
How bad is it?
It's pretty extensive. So earlier on, I had pulled out the fireplace just to take a look, and I found a little bit of water damage. Not a huge deal. We treated it, stopped the mold growth, cut out the pieces we needed to. Now that we're here, I decided to start reorganizing the basement. Pulled everything out, and just decided to see what the mold damage looked like from underneath the rig. Started pulling flooring back, and
I can smell it.
It's extensive.
Okay, so this is a little bit better. I've got the scroll saw out, and now we're just going to start cutting slowly. This is not what I planned on doing today. Yummy! So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it feels moist, and there's just a lot of blackness. Not crazy about that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm feeling slightly nervous about this. Why? Because in my opinion, mold is one of those things that is like it's an RVer's worst nightmare. But this mold seems to be pretty localized, and like we can rip out all the pieces, replace it, and treat it. But I'm really depending on Nate for this because my heart is pounding. So Nate is actually figuring out where the leak is coming from, and I have no clue what else to do. So I'm actually cleaning up the inside of the RV where we started projects, just kind of like getting out all of the debris and sweeping so that whenever he comes back in, it's a little easier for him. I hope that's the right thing I'm supposed to be doing. How's it going, Nate?
Good. I think we identified the leak and stopped it.
Okay, so yesterday I cut out all these moldy, rotten pieces. There's a few of them. I just went to the store and picked up some new plywood, and some other insulation that I want to lay down while I'm under there. But it should just be as easy as using these as templates to cut the new pieces, laying them down, screwing them down, and I just want to be done with this project. I was not planning on doing this. I would like to say that this is a one-off experience, but so many people I know that full-time RV, if you go digging around long enough, you're gonna find problems. This is one of the more serious problems, other than like, say, a frame failure. Black mold, not good, but I think we got it taken care of. And I don't really think that there was any health risk for the few months that we were living in here, because all the mold was under a vapor barrier, and there was no air circulation under there, which is probably why the mold grew or propagated. but it wasn't making its way into the living area just because there wasn't anything pushing those spores into the living area. Had I pulled up that vinyl flooring, that vapor barrier, and that black mold been exposed to the same air we were breathing, yeah, it could have been bad. But I don't think we were really at any risk. I was probably more at risk being under there for the 15-20 minutes where I was cutting all that stuff out until I put on the HEPA mask.
Okay, so we got all of the moldy wood and rotten wood cut out. Anything with just kind of surface mold on it, I sprayed with distilled white vinegar, straight distilled white vinegar. It seems to have done an amazing job at, I'm going to say, at least stopping the propagation of the mold. Once I sprayed it, I was able to wipe it off quite easily. So we will see how the rest goes. Now it's time to use those pieces as a template to cut out the new plywood that I just picked up. And hopefully it should just be as simple as stapling it or nailing it down, and hopefully we'll be done with it. So I'll be honest, I don't fully understand the dangers of black mold. I just know that it's bad. I would say if you have like underlying respiratory illnesses, this is like a death sentence. If you're totally healthy, like I think I am, you know, it could result in, you know, allergy type symptoms, maybe shortness of breath or wheezing. I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of people with chronic health conditions due to black mold. So it's not something you want to play around with. So I really want to get to work. I want to be done with this, but I think it's worth mentioning. If you find black mold or any mold in your RV or water damage, it's not the end of the world. It really sucks. And you know, you got to take out everything, you got to mitigate the problem, but it's just a monkey could do the job. You take out the wood, put new wood in. It's not a reason to junk your RV. All right, time to tape up the seams and the underlayment that I cut, and then we can get to cutting plywood. Okay, I think we're all done with the taping. It's a cool 88 degrees here just outside of Atlanta. It's like a sauna in here. So now we're just replacing the insulation that we took out with rolled fiberglass and sliding it in between these aluminum joints. Alright, now last piece. Let's make it 20 inches long. So now that the insulation has been replaced, we can move on to piecing in the decking.
Okay, so we laid the insulation down, then we laid the new plywood down. I took care of some odds and ends while I was down here, like wrapping pipe insulation around some stuff. Now this access panel that kind of finishes everything up nicely, we're putting that back into place. I don't know if you can see that. All right, what a mess. But it's all done. It actually looks pretty good, aside from the flooring that I don't have in there anymore. But here, take a look. All right, we're gonna call this project all wrapped up. It wasn't a project I was intending on doing. I just kind of found that mold and decided that now is the time to do it. So next time we should be doing the flooring, because that's what I was planning on doing this time. Didn't work out. So next time, hopefully flooring. That's going to be a big project. If you've ever had to deal with rotting or black mold or anything in your RV, let me know how you dealt with it. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's gone through this. But next time you check in, we should be doing the flooring in here, which that's one of those like exciting projects where you're excited to do it and you're not just fixing something. Check back in with us. Give me a like, comment, share, anything. I really appreciate it. Thanks. See ya.